E aí, Manabu? Beleza? Tranquilo? Hoje é dia, mano. Tamo de volta. Tamo de volta, finalmente. Beleza? Caramba, tá alto, hein? Vou baixar um pouco o volume de meu pai amado. Eu achei que tava abaixo já, mas... Acho que aqui tá bom, mano. Vou postar no Instagram. E aí, vamos... Vamos lá. Bora.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. A symbol of freedom and vitality. Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors. A city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists. A city of dreams, where Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet. A city of pioneers.
Fala, mano, Salo. E aí, Zero? Nossa, tá alto pra caramba ainda, mano. Eu vou baixar já, peraí.
A city of undercurrents, where not everything is as it seems. A 20th century city that will become a model for the world. A city that has no boundaries, that will stretch as far as the eye can see. In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling caller 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniformed assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Vou baixar um pouco o volume que ainda tá alto. Acho que agora tá bom.
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist. From the beam of
Passei.
sunshine himself.
E aí, Marcos, qual que é a história desse jogo? Mano, ainda tá muito alto ou eu tô ficando maluco, velho? E, cara, eu não sei, mano. Parece que o bagulho não abaixa. Tô bom, tô bem, Marcos. E você, mano? Só cansado, velho. Com a história do jogo, mano, eu não sei. Você vira um detetive. E você tem que resolver mistério com base no que você vai descobrindo tá ligado? Que jogo é esse? L.A Noire. Tá na descrição. Até onde eu sei, você é o Kalou, que era um policial, e aí você vira detetive. Aí você tem que desvendar os crimes, só isso.
We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put two in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you
E aí,
guys
Andrei,
to try and
isso mesmo.
recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Caramba, mano, eu acho muito louco a expressão facial dos bonecos, mano.
This
É
is a
muito
fist
da hora,
bump.
velho.
Just going through the motions.
You're probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
Pra quem não
Alright,
sabe,
have it your way.
esse
We'll search
jogo...
right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one.
Pra quem não sabe, esse jogo ele teve um puta desenvolvimento muito aprofundado por parte da Rockstar nas... A música diminuiu por indicar que todas as pistas daquele local foram descobertas,
Look at this
entendi.
junk.
A Rockstar investiu forte em expressão facial nesse jogo. Região e ícone de lupa indicam o objeto próximo que pode ser examinado. E é muito louco que tipo, a Rockstar não lançou, mano, uma continuação pra esse jogo. Porque não fez, acho que... Não sei se ele fez tanto sucesso assim, né? Tipo, não dá nem pra comparar com o GTA da vida, porque,
Cole,
porra...
come take a look at this.
Mano, acho que eu tô muito branco por causa da luz, né, velho? Vamos rebater ela pro outro lado, vamos ver se
I tell
eu
you, I'm
fico menos
jinxed. I always get landed
pálido.
with this crap.
Nova pista, marca de
Shooter
sangue.
put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Enquanto adicionado no seu caderno e pode ser visitar. Você abre o caderno. Caso reflexão.
We're never gonna find it. It's a waste of time.
E é muito louco, mano, que aqui você vai juntando as provas e você decide quem que é o criminoso com base naquilo que você decidir. E, tipo, é muito louco, mano, porque você pode muito bem errar, tá ligado? Você pode muito bem falhar no seu veredito e prender a pessoa que é inocente. Percebeu que voltou com o headset? É, eu tô intercalando, mano. Eu uso um pouco do KZ, eu volto um pouco pra esse, daí volto e uso esse. É porque eu tô com receio do KZ me largar na mão, entendeu?
Ralph, there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
Reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. I'm gonna see if I can find a way up there.
All right.
Mano, o gráfico tá meio feio, né, velho?
Don't hurt yourself.
Por que que sumiu? Por algum motivo, tô me lembrando daquele jogo do cara do rádio. Por causa do clima, né?
Guns up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up. Building looks vacant. I don't want to wait around all night for the super to let us in. Is there a way
Coisa
up
Civil
from the
Santos,
outside?
mano.
What kind of chumps do these homicide
Caraca,
guys
mano,
really
ele
are?
conseguiu pegar o reflexo daqui. Que loucura.
How you doing, Cole? Found it yet?
I don't even want to think about what that smell is.
Acho que eu não tô entendendo. Utiliza para manipular objetos e procurar pontos de... Ah, tá. Numeração da arma.
Wesson, serial S71893.
Parece um pouco, Zé. 5
Two rounds
balas.
fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
Tá, tá,
We should
tá.
follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
Marca de string. Descobertas serão esboçadas e catalogadas. Uma string na porta. Beleza. E aí, Eric? Sumi, mano? Ah, sumi por alguns fatores, né, velho? Um deles é que eu tava sem 2 monitores, mano. E fazer live olhando o celular não é uma bosta, mano.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
Deu certo a tradução?
fancy
Deu,
gun.
mano. Eu peguei na central das
gun store?
traduções.
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
O da hora é que eu nunca zerei esse jogo na minha vida e vi pouquíssimo dele, mano. E então, tipo, vale a pena. Decatação crime, loja de armas. Investindo. Bora.
Are you sure about this? It's not really our gig.
No harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks than help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Bora, vai. Vocês acreditam que eu comprei esse jogo com todas as DLCs? Que isso, louco?
Left here.
Pagou quanto? Ah, mano. Peguei uma promoção muito boa, quase de graça. Foi quase de graça. Pensa numa promoção boa.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357.
Eu que
Nickel plated
pelo
with
não, bem
pearl
menos.
grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Como é que é? Modelo 27 com cabo prateado. Ih. Tem mais? Níquel. Tem mais um aqui. Não, não é polido, né, mano? Nem perolado. Esse aqui mesmo. Ué, e aí? E aí, mano? Então eu vou dar uma dedada nesse aqui.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46.
1946.
Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
LAPD.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Din.
Uma bobagem, pô. Apartamento dele. Uma musiquinha?
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name. If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. We really are full of it.
E esse era exatamente o próprio. Precisa na caixa de correio para saber o nome do apartamento do suspeito. Schroeder, apartamento 2.
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Bora. Bora lá. Apartamento 2, 3, 2.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Porra, tem briga?
Tough guy?
Sabia que tinha ação não, porra. Bom, toma, toma, toma. Toma, toma.
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Vasculhar o
Keep an
apartamento.
eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
Legal. Toca com a cena do crime. Que isso? Ed Ross. Qual é o nome do cara? Summer.
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole.
É
A
mais
city that needed an
perigoso.
honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. The force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identifying code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Eita. E aí?
cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow. Backup will be here soon.
LAPD, put down your weapons. The bank is surrounded. I'm offering you a chance to...
Eita. Caraca, mano. Caramba.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear. Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation.
E aí, Tony?
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner. This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourself.
Why, you watch it!
He's hiding in the alley! Bowers! Hold it right there! Stop now or I will shoot!
I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, son! Watch your fire!
Don't want to do this, Wendell. Get down from there right now.
Give it up, Wendell!
Stay the hell away from me.
Puxa ele. Aí?
You've got to be kidding!
You fucking asked for it. No way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers!
You assholes already screwed me once.
Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
You doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make
Uma dessas
tough
você quebra a
decisions.
mandíbula da
The
pessoa.
right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solved that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please?
E aí,
Has
Márcio?
anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Broad daylight. Crowded street. Now I've seen
E
everything.
aí, Márcio?
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
Nem me peguei ela. Tá. Tem o endereço. Compra de pérolas. Preço de venda. R$52,50.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person. We should make sure we've checked the whole crime scene before questioning the witness.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Conta de testemunha ocular. Testemunha está sendo empregado lá de sapato. Testemunha ocular do assassinato de Everett Gage. Pintada da direita.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss,
Vamos
burst
dois,
in
Omar.
yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Ela tá mentindo. Ela tá mentindo, ela tá desviando muito o olhar, cara.
You're lying, Miss Coletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Your pearl earrings, Miss Coletta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God. I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalou. Edgar Kalou. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalou gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Coletta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many.
Cara, é impressionante a expressão facial desse jogo.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Coletta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Eu acho que o Funk fez já, o Márcio.
And then another. And then three very quickly, close together. 5. Wait!
No, 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 no.
That isn't everything! You haven't got it all!
Sem querer.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's.
Broadway
Between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalou looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Ah, cara, ninguém liga pro jogo porque realmente ele é desconhecido, mano. Ele é um baita de um jogo bom, mano.
You're making me angry, Miss Coletta. Is that what you want?
Se fosse feito por qualquer outra desenvolvedora que não fosse a Rockstar, tipo,
Mr. Gage hates Jews.
teria feito mais sucesso.
It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened, Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Jogou no lixo, né? Numeração.
FN Browning, serial number 01138. I need to run by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here. We have the murder weapon.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Vamos na loja de armas primeiro saber quem que é o nome, né? Quem que é o dono da arma. A polícia, né? Não posso sair fazendo maluquices. Ah, mano. Tá de sacanagem comigo, né?
Officers, what can I do you for?
Pennyroll modelo 1922. FN Browning, modelo... O que é? Modelo 22.
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalou. Edgar Kalou was his name. Thing looked like it'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalou?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Então ele trabalha na joalheria, a gente tem o nome do cara agora. Edgar Kalou, bora.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalou?
No. Mr. Kalou is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Kalou, get back here!
Oh my gosh!
Ah, não posso ferir ele? Tá.
Officer, Can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps. Are you Edgar Kalou?
No. Mr. Kalou is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Kalou, get back here!
Look at a bowl of that chili.
Next time, you're mine.
Too late, Kalou!
One on it from here.
Stop or I will shoot! Edgar Kalou, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve, the one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, boyo, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalou. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything. You got nothing, boy chick. You're gonna be laughed right out of court. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Ah, que isso, cara. Fracassei.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalou.
Caramba, mano, difícil.
Cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Pelo tirante. Colorado.
So you shot this guy over the sale of a watch.
You think Jewish people are going to continue to take it lying down? Straight and orderly lines to the ovens? Not this heap. I say enough is enough. No more. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles.
Caramba, mas de novo, mano.
Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Eu vou tomar esse porro de novo.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Caramba, eu vou tomar esse porro. Vamos lá. Agora vai.
Lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalou. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
De provas.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Tá, se não foi a arma. Eu não usei, né? Suspeito positivamente identificado.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalou?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalou.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalou.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalou?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mano, mas isso aqui é... Mas isso aqui não faz sentido, mano.
Lying, Kalou. I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm done with you. Go flap your gums somewhere else. I want my lawyer.
Caramba, cara, é muito difícil, mano.
Mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Ai, meu Deus, mano. Mais um esporro, vamos lá.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy! I need a confession!
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalou. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage.
Vou mudar o título da live, hein, mano. Só pra quem sabe, né?
To the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony's gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Cara, mas não tem provas pra...
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalou?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalou.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalou.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalou?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mano, eu vou usar a intuição. Sei lá.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stump Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalou?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalou, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps.
Depois de 4 esporros, obrigado.
It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes.
Obrigado.
A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
E aí, Pingo? Salve, mano. Mas eu não compro roupa nova pra viajar, mano. Eu não compro roupa nova. Vim pra dizer oi. E aí, Pingo? Tudo bem, mano? Tranquilo?
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps.
you go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
He's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's intense?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
They all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
Era muito descolado fumar nessa época, né?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out. And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why, you war heroes always so modest. I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Bukowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right? Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Bukowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm going to start you out with 1 case. Do okay? I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out. Come on, Phelps.
Straight through the red light. Bet you never saw it.
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
6 years on patrol before I got this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors.
Caralho, que muito louco, né, mano? Ele pisa em cada degrau, tipo, isso são detalhes mínimos. Mas, tipo, não pisa aí, tipo, aleatório, tá ligado? Ele pisa em degraus mesmo, ó. Ó, degrau por degrau. Olha que muito louco isso. É um bagulho meio idiota? É meio idiota, mas, mano, é detalhes muito mínimos, velho. Isso é muito louco, né, mano?
You know this place? Sure. Near the old gasworks and signal depot and the warehouse district. I'll direct.
All units, a 459 just occurred at 6th and Sarah's. Any unit to
So,
handle, code 2
tell me a little about
identified.
yourself, Phelps. Are we friends now, Bukowski? We have to work together. Don't be so touchy. Grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. Went to college at Stanford. Did 2 years ROTC before Reno CS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early 45 as a first lieutenant. Fought in the Okinawa. I was wounded. Shipped back home. A year on the beat. Now I'm here. So you won the Silver Star. I don't want to talk about it right now. Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa. No. You were up there all night, draped in the flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready. Finished? The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you.
I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do?
Isso.
I kept the streets of L.A. safe for the people.
Yeah. Now I get it.
Unfit for service. Fuck you, Phelps. I earned a bravery citation during the Zuder riot.
Sounds like you had it rough.
All units, a 459 just occurred at 6th and Sarah's. Any unit to handle, code 2 identified.
11 King, go ahead, KGPL.
Peguei chegando.
Up on the roof, officer. He has a mask on his face. I caught sight when he shoved past me, but be careful. I saw him waving a gun.
Give it up now. Make it easy on yourself. Get the hell away from me. somebody gonna tell us what the hell is going on? I'll take you all.
Help, please! I can't believe my eyes.
Mas não queria ter matado não, tirei na perna. Eu nunca tomei um tiro na perna, né, mas... Ah, é porque tá travada a porta no banco, mano. Que louco.
That you, Bukowski? Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stiff.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right. This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure out.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
Lista de cargos da PE.
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the corner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiff as yet.
We have an owner for the car?
The car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right, we'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
I better get back to work, sir.
It'll take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Nada.
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a live pig yesterday?
Quem esses dois?
How's the world looking?
Nossa senhora.
Victim looks to have lost a lot of blood.
I've got a mystery sample waiting at the lab.
Você acha que perdeu bastante sangue?
Contaminated soil. My guess, big lump of shit.
Doc, Detective Phelps, what have we got?
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. Victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
Se aparecer um corpo ali, eu vou ficar bolado.
Have you got a wide shot of the car and its surrounds?
Listen, you and I have never met, so I'm just going to go ahead and say this once. You don't tell me how to do my job, and I won't tell you how to do yours.
How's life treating you?
After this, I got 2 more jobs in Westlake Park and one up in the Hollywood Hills.
Adrian Black, Bunker Hill Downtown, Los Angeles. Irmã de Sarah Black.
32 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here? Happier times, I guess. Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it.
Tinha óculos. Tinha. Não parece ser o óculos dele.
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car. Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regular, so it kind of stood out.
Ele tá...
You know, my nephew joined the police, and he's a little slow too.
Ô, louco, roubado. Que isso, malandro?
The wallet by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
Tell the truth, Mr. Wilkie. You rifled the wallet.
My money is my money. You can't prove I touched that wallet. Man does the right thing, and the police try to turn him into a criminal.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Did you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Wilkie. If you don't mind waiting a little longer, I'm sure we'll have more questions once we've had a look around.
Seems irrelevant.
Esquisito, parece que tem alguma coisa aqui. Tem nada mesmo nessa chave?
Incidental.
Esquisito. Acho que não tem nada mesmo não, mano. Opa, tem um bagulho aqui.
Brand name might give us something to go on.
Insta-hit. Será que tem mais alguma coisa por aqui? Aqui dentro, não tem nada? Nossa, aqui não tem nada? Escondido, nada? Pô, se eu fizesse um crime desse, eu esconderia alguma coisa aqui. Não? Nada a ver? Nada. Nada. Aqui atrás não tem nada? Cara, tem muito mato aqui pra não ter nada aqui, mano. É, não tem mesmo. Cara, eu acho que não tem mais nada. E aqui? É o quê? Nada, né?
We found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Somebody's got to inform the wife, Phelps. If you're done here, we'll head over there now. Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
Ele dirige. Eu consigo ir vendo as pistas enquanto isso, né? Veículo abandonado. Para abandonar sua vida. Posse de cargas. Mancha de sangue. Dentro do veículo abandonado. Recibo de fim. Quem que é F. Morgan? Everett Gage Black Key. E um cano ensanguentado da marca Insta-Hit. Poxa, eu achei que ele tava andando. Eu tô num cavalo, um cavalo de metal. Residência dos Black.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder-to-cry-on stuff.
Just a minute.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
Margaret Black.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh, no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window. at the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on.
Tá, primeiro, vamos direto na cozinha antes que eu esqueça.
There's gotta be something in here to go on.
Perco muito fácil o foco, né?
Lie down, make yourself comfortable. So, you're a friend of Courtney's?
Yes, Doctor.
He seems very concerned about you.
I have these visions. These blinding visions. I can't get them out of my head. My skull, it feels like it's in a
I
vice.
want to give you something to calm your nerves. I want to take you on a journey back. I want you to remember the good things about your past. Occasions that made you laugh. Times that made you smile.
Vamos ver. Um papel aqui em cima. Está hit.
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Maybe it's time we took a look around outside.
E aí, Guilherme? Tudo bem, mano? Vamos dar um conferes lá fora. Vou aqui do lado da janela da cozinha. Deve ser por aqui, né? Que cacete, tudo quebrado, mano.
No use leaving the thing half finished.
Que isso, mano. Vou ter que fazer uma instalação do bagulho, velho.
That can't be right. So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
Que isso? Nada. Caramba, mano, eu gostei da música desse jogo. Tem uma porta que eu consigo abrir, mano. Oxidou.
Not sure this means much.
Aqui tem alguma coisa? Não. Eu vi um bilhete aqui na geladeira, mano. Não é relevante? Aparentemente não. E no lixo? Alguma coisa? Não. Não. Louça na pia. Isso, hein? É um fósforo.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home?
Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address.
Entrar para gerar nos franqueados, contate o departamento de registro para telefone para um terminal sempre que se adaptar. Tem que ser muito rápido pra ler. Tem mais lugar aqui pra abrir. Mais um? De novo, faltando 4? Alguma coisa aqui? Tijolo? Que isso? É um óculos. Stenzel era o óculos dele mesmo, né?
So the glasses are a match.
My Adrian loves seeking lovely fortune.
Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
Nicole. Olha. É, ficcionada e solitária sem você. Volte logo. Meu bem. Nicole. Quem é Nicole, mano? Who is Nicole? Passagem de trem.
Ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Uma passagem pra Seattle sem uma mala. Não. Acho que nesse quarto já foi tudo. Aqui tem alguma coisa? Não. Tem aqui o quadro.
Separate bedrooms, separate pictures. What gives here?
Ela fez uma maracutaia das boas, viu? E aí, apenas um player. Então os dois eles são divorciados, mas... O que a gente tem aqui? Nossa senhora. Recibo do Interrogating, folha de propaganda, aquecedor de água, fósforo de câmera, caixa de óculos, mensagem escondida, passagem de trem. Tem mais alguma coisa? Será? A gente não viu ainda? Eu acho que não, né? Deixa eu pegar o endereço aqui do lugar.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment.
Jim, deixa eu só fazer um negócio aqui. Coisa rápida.
station.
Thanks for your help.
Demora pra voltar a imagem aí, mano. Beleza. Eu acho que já foi tudo aqui, mano, que eu podia encontrar de investigação. Limpa prata? Luvas? Aqui é uma porta? É uma porta, mas eu não consigo acessar. Beleza. Deixa eu ver na sala se tem mais alguma coisa. Que isso?
Circumstantial.
Substancial. Nada. Porque a senhora não tá livre nem a pau.
Junk.
Lixo, pano sujo. Minha senhora, vamos trocar uma ideia. O matadouro.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
The situation doesn't look good, Margaret. You need to tell me what you know.
There's no need to be so aggressive. I'm also a victim.
Ela... tem coisa aí, viu?
Please hurry. My husband might be injured.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
So nothing out of the usual then.
Well, he came home early.
E aí, Casper?
He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Yes, I am accusing you. Your husband was going to leave you. That's motive. Now your only alibi is an empty house. Get it off your chest. Tell me the truth.
Whatever your theories are, you're going to have to prove that I was there and that I wanted to hurt him. Do you think you can do that, detective?
Puta, eu não vi a data, velho. Da passagem de trem. Puta, foda que eu só acusei ela sem nem saber de nada. Eu não tenho nem álibi, não tenho motivo pra acusar ela. Eu fiz uma cagada, senhora. Eu sou estagiário nisso aqui.
Find my husband, you incompetent fool, or the LAPD will be facing a lawsuit.
Desculpa aí, senhora. Pode recomeçar? Não dá, né? Não dá, não dá, dá. Não. Como assim mesmo?
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
There's plenty to tell. You just won't tell it. You're lying about the photograph, Mrs. Black.
You're incredibly rude and insensitive. But I guess you know that. I've told you what I know about the picture.
What about Nicole, Mrs. Black? Was your husband going to leave you for her?
I've seen the photo frame. He thinks I'm stupid. But women sense these things. I don't know if he intended to leave me or if it was just a fling. God only knows. I only want to know that he's safe.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
So Adrian spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
Par novo. Tá remendado com fita.
That's a lie, Margaret. You know exactly what Perry was wearing because you were there.
You're being flat out ridiculous now. Why don't you show me some proof of where I was supposed to be? If I was there, at least I'd know what happened to him. But I don't, detective. And you might not care. But that is the most terrible feeling.
We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Black.
Acertei metade.
Please do, detective.
Agora a gente tem o bar, né? Vamos lá no bar.
You know the way. You can drive.
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell doesn't seem the type. But stranger things have happened.
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
Where's that
someone?
goddamn waitress? Boy, that steak it's
You know Frank Morgan?
Sure. Frank's a regular. He's a loner in the back.
He's only a writer. He can't really
Frank
help.
Morgan?
Who's asking?
Cole Phelps, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know him.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian. He's a good boss.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps. You're lying, Morgan. You were there. And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
Eu tenho que parar de acusar os outros, né, mano? Sem ter provas.
Can't have a quiet drink on his own anymore.
When did you last see Adrian?
Hell, I don't know. I had plenty to drink last night. Things are a little sketchy.
If he was on his way to meet you when he went missing, you're gonna have to do a lot better than I don't recall.
He had a couple and then left, I guess. Maybe he had to go meet someone. That's the best I can do.
This doesn't add up, Morgan. Your excuses don't help.
Caralho, não acertei
Let's see how
nenhum,
you
mano.
enjoy the LAPD taking an interest in your life.
You want my opinion? We tail Morgan. I say he's lying, and whatever hole he's got Adrian stashed in, he's got to go back there sometime. He sure left his drink in a hurry. I bet he wishes he'd rehearsed that story better now. You've got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps. Too close, Phelps. Way too close. Now would be a bad time to forget how to drive, Cole. Where are you taking us, Mr. Morgan?
Let's check the place out. Come on.
Day one of the big time, and you're already tailing drunks home from bars. You having fun yet? I told you it was nonstop glamour working traffic, didn't I?
I'm just trying to learn.
Oh, come on, Phelps. Save the creepy teacher's pet stuff for Leary. Won't work on me.
2.
Apartment 2.
All right. Let's pay our friend a visit. See if he's missed us yet.
Who the hell is that? Will you relax? Jesus, Adrian, I told you, we're in the clear. I'll get it.
Ah, shit. It's over, Morgan. Mr. Black? LAPD, give yourself up now! I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort. There's no point running, Adrian. Mr. Black, get back here right now. It's over, Adrian. Stop right there, Adrian. Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama? I thought it would be easier. No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and
Comprou o
fraud.
porco e
We'll see
matou o
what the DA
porco
has
pra
to say
fingir que ele
about
morreu.
wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this. You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house. I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, you could go a long way in this department.
Frank Morgan teria feito perguntas mais duras para Adrian Black. É porque eu tô apertando o botão errado, né? Tô apertando mentira em vez de apertar dúvida. Em vez de ter alguma coisa pra contrapartida, tá ligado? Como é que eu salvo?
Okay, we're gonna keep this short. I'm already late for the DA. First up, Phelps, Bukowski. We got a report of a brand new
Eita, a
Packard
tradução não tá
abandoned
tão
in an
bem
empty
assim não.
lot off 2nd Street between Olive and Grand. PR is one Oswald Jacobs says the vehicle was dumped in his backyard. There's a patrolman on site. Get down there and see what you can turn up. Any questions? Good, get going.
E apareceu. Pelo menos, né? Beleza, mano. Bom por aqui, velho. 2 horas de live, mano. Pra quem não fazia live há muito tempo. Bom pra caramba já. Gente, valeu. Obrigado pela companhia, todo mundo que apareceu. Devagarinho a gente vai voltando pras lives. Fechou? Amanhã tamo de volta jogando alguma outra coisa. Obrigado pela companhia. Boa noite pra quem fica.